You too. Okay, good morning, everyone. It's the beginning of the week, good Monday morning. Michael Venezia, head trader at Tradeview Markets. I'm trying to fuse all my notes in my macro picture, where I could just watch Coach of his video, what he did at 9:30, but I digress. Getting, and assimilating it to what's going on today. So what I'm going to do here is I have to shut off my screen because I have my, if you know me, or those that are tuning in, I apologize. I have curved screens. So I have a curved screen here, a curved screen here. So I'm almost like it feels like I'm like in half an MRI machine. So I shut off my screen because I don't want to get distracted, and that doesn't give a good product. And that's why I'm here. Good morning. I'll sign in just the same as everybody else. For those not familiar with the Tradeview market site, I would get familiar with it. This one tab here almost opens up like another galaxy of situations. If you press this channel, you can go to the I log in just this channel, that tab. I log in just the same as everybody else. This brings you to our trading room, top news, charts, our YouTube channel, which is approaching 3,300 subscribers. So my point being is, with the Tradeview market site, just TradeGATEHub is one thing, and it's free. And the reasons why it's free is because Tradeview markets becomes bigger and bigger. We can offset those amenities and offer them along with our lowest prices, lowest commissions, and smallest spreads. So poke around the rest of the site. It's a family office, even though it's international, seeming a lot of pictures, probably with a lot more hair. Okay, so let's get into trading. All right, so I'm in just like the same as everybody. All right, so I started posting last night, Sunday evening. Last Friday's option expiration was the end of the quarter, which, if you will, so there's a lot of volatility, and that's what I want to get into going forward, and the notes of what I talked to this weekend with my peers. And that being said, is anybody that wants the live action, relax, because the one thing that we'll never fail you on what's moving and why, in a variety, if not all, financial instruments. That's where you'll have Coach, myself, and high level people participating, mostly in the background. But okay, here we go with the larger charts. Helene's multiple TGH guest Helene. Coach is responsible for that. I was following. Helene was probably one of my top 20 people I followed ever on Twitter. And believe me, I don't follow many, but I've shuffled thousands. She had a resume. She has a resume regardless of gender, and gender was a little bit harder back then that I always and still coveted. XME, all right, self-explanatory. XBI broke down today. I see this XBI chart. Now I wanted to point down the trade. You know what? I pointed it out in TradeGATEHub this morning that it broke down. Keep that in mind. Uranium finally got it out of my CCJ contra trade. I actually kind of traded it pretty well. I didn't micromanage it. I didn't average down. I was aware of the trade. There were better trades out there. Next, I'm into these things because I don't mean to really apologize. Although I'm still trying to unwind this mentality after trading for 27 years now. I see something like this. It's like I shake. I got to get in it somehow. So I traded CCJ. Uranium, the long-term picture, obviously still holds well. Nobody can argue here. And if you want to, you can go back to the YouTube button and listen to this last 6 months videos. And CCJ was the consistent stock. Everybody knows that it's taking the most option flow. And it was going into the option expiration. That's why I tried to finagle a little bit. But next, it was a right church, wrong pew. I made money in it, but it was hard money as usual. Not as usual. I knew I wouldn't pick, GLD. All right, there it is. These triangles are getting tighter, as you can see. So until then, we have Powell speaking this week. Something's going to give. GLD tightening. I don't really, I'm not just saying it. I will go and watch what Coach said at 9:30. He already had 116 views. That's incredible, Coach. As of an hour ago. It's quality over quantity. That man's been doing it a long time at a high level of passion. You got to give it a listen. DXY, 10-year. That's the 10-year has become Last year was gamma squeeze, all this is it, it's a 10-year. The first thing Mark D even posted, I believe here, was the 10-year. All right, 21 EMA put call. Okay, certain stocks are up today because of this. I don't think the indexes, at last I looked, really weren't reacting. The VIX reacted a little bit, but I saw it before I came on air. The VIX pulled back a little bit, and I'm not going to look at it right now. I'm going to get into it afterwards. Not that it's that when it pulls back a little bit and starts as of 11:10 a.m. As long as there's no over weekend carnage, or I know people are positioning into the week, and I get it. Then the VIX starts to wane a little bit, and the volatility, dies down. So, like I said in TGH, a lot of the times the early mornings are smash and grabs. I hate to use a poor vernacular in the sensitive time in America where everybody's stealing things. But you know what? You don't have to steal anything because TradeGATEHub is free. All right. This week's playbook. This to me is when I ate freaking Cocoa Puffs and I went for the treasure map. This is the treasure map. Same thing I'm looking at. Volatility watch all week. Earnings Tuesday. Pins is holding investor day contracts. The stock's going to move. CRWD, CEOs talking. Stock's going to move. Wednesday, what else? Intel, Innovation Day, my lord. Microsoft. But you know what? It doesn't even, and Wednesday, of course, here's FOMC. Maybe they don't move on these specific, conferences, but you know what? They're an excuse to move. So volume will be there. Either way, if you're in or you're out of them. Earnings for the week. Markets are never wrong. Opinions are. It's harder to break an opinion than a bad habit. You know what I mean? I don't know which way the market's going, but if I want to stop concentrating, I know it's probably a lot easier to do that than breaking my opinion on which way the market is going. Pardon me, I digress. Not to pontificate, it's a lesson I learned. I didn't make it up. Hedge funds increased their bullish bets on oil to the highest level in 15 months. Okay. That's part of the plan. All right. You might want to say, oh my God, everybody's all in the pool, but maybe some of them pulled back. Maybe some of them are taking option flow. Maybe some of them going up on or going down or pulling back on light volume or vice versa. I also point to this. Gold volatility has dropped to its lowest level since before the pandemic. Now we're going back several years now. This isn't one of these things like 6 months, 3 months, or a quarter. Okay, so let's keep this in mind with gold. Let's keep this in mind with gold. And I want to say something else more with gold. It was on the Jesus feed. There you go. CTAs are covering gold shorts north of 1930. So gold is here, and they're still shorted. I don't know, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, Coach has a better reason, but from when this is telling me, I wouldn't be short gold. I don't know about the stocks. That's the entity. Gold prices, gold. That tells me, look, every time they're underweight and it's below, it rallies. I mean, it's not that hard to read a chart. All right, CPI if CPI couldn't wait to break these two wedge patterns, I'm telling you, even the spies, and that is a type. Oh, that's actually not going that long. July, August, September. Type patterns, hues are looking a little more ominous. Those, because I love looking at this type of thing. This is like, I love color coordinated charts. So it's over the 520. By the way, I follow the 20, 50, and 200 day. Everybody should know on the charts. It's basically what everybody follows. You can do it what you want, whatever. IWM. I meant to take this off. Probably the most important chart heading into this week. Next week, I posted this on Sunday. There's the head and shoulders 200 day. The VWAP apparently is getting sexy. So there it is. You got to be aware, focus. And just like Mark said, he's anticipating top performing industry groups. All right, punch it up. Should be going through every chart here. You know what I mean? If you want to, if you want a delicatessen and you're serving turkey, you got to test every type of turkey. Go through these turkeys. Okay. Another thing, most important thing, pardon me, Larry. Less is better. Best thing you should know. Okay, a couple of short ideas. VIX has closed on the 19th for 77 days. All right, but if you heard this, 67 days ago, the next 10 days down on the VIX melts at freaking percent a day. You got to, you're hoping for the apocalypse. 10-day volatility, 10-day movement down in the VIX. I mean, it's freaking like 10%. You got to have, you know what I mean? So here's the economic calendar for the week. Again, part of the playbook. If you missed it, go to the red YouTube button, press pause, pin it, whatever you have to do, hang it on your refrigerator or your microwave. This I'm not really sure of. I don't know. Maybe they know something we don't know. Maybe they want to sell the pop. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Sector sentiment still washed. A lot of it is in between. Fear and greed models in between. You know what I mean? Maybe some things are a little bit stretched. Energy, we get it. What's not stretched? Probably changed this morning. Everything 40, 60. Nothing's really out there. Landish utilities were making a hell of a move. They went from zero to here, from the poorhouse to the penthouse very quickly. So not much there with sector sentiment. It's more stock picking. Okay, let's get into more. And I'm going to get into more today because the data that I post really should be dynamic, and it goes that way. This data that I post isn't irrelevant. I try for it not to be irrelevant by noon the next day or Tuesday. I try to be a part of a learning process. So please, I'm open to suggestions, complaints, or comments. Okay, again, I'm going to go a little bit slower. I can tell I'm going to do macro view of the market. Okay, upgrades and downgrades. Just give you a key component. Market finally looked like, thank you, Mark D, not shy. He's in markets are never wrong. I already brought that up. Tesla, list of shorts. There's my universe. There's most actives by 7:40 a.m. That gives you a little bit of an idea. A lot of them were ETFs. Mara, Apple, SQL. There were some good ones. What else did I say? Microchip wasn't bad. Let me go through a couple of things here. Where's Paul? We need Paul. Miss you, Paul. You didn't post that aggressively. Steel Dynamics, by the way, negative, red to green. Keep an eye. Netflix sentiment. That's why I tried it. Trade was over. It was a smash and grab. Pardon me. I know it was a $300 stock. By the way, it's getting very cold up here in the Adirondack Mountains. It's like 40 degrees. First time I put the heat on, mid-September. That's why I tried to trade. You know what I mean? It wasn't really worth it for the $300 trade. I posted the trade here. ARM was a little bit better. Obviously, I'm watching the bond market. I mean, it's like I'm going back 30 years ago when I first started watching I sold bonds to put some money on the board. Okay. Arnold, where are you? You had a good question. There was the Netflix schnitzel. $3.94, $3.97, $3. What is that? 0.10? Is it more than 0%? 1%. All right, ARM, decent trade. My universe again. So I'll leave it at that. I want to say a couple of things. All right, so it's a Fed meeting this week, and VIX expiration is also this Wednesday, I believe. So keep in mind that as of this late Monday morning, keep those in mind. There's a Fed meeting. Let me punch up things as I'm speaking. Let me punch up with some other amenities. Top losers, top U.S. gainers, top U.S. losers. You go right here. Punch them up. Right on from TradingView. Great charts. Great job. Okay. Fed meeting. There's VIX expiration this Wednesday. Like I said, I started this statement saying it's a late Monday morning. And huge option activity let a lot of this, it was like a little bit of a I'm sorry about the cliches. It was a little bit of a proverbial hurricane on Friday with the witch and the market take. So let things wash out and settle. The most important option flow is going to be this week, considering that earnings is basically finished. We have expiration out of the way. Obviously, Powell is. In the site, but option flow will be a little bit more cleaner. There will be no hedging. You know, there'll be some backing up of charts that or stocks that are acting well. Keep in mind that hedge funds are short, and I always punch up these charts about how hedge funds are short. And the question is, what are they short? And it seems to be a lot of them are financials and technology. So keep that in mind. There's no major signal at this time. Let's look at the wise guys are doing, because they know more than everybody. There's nothing. Okay, so here's a couple from the Jesus feed. Okay, what do we have? Let's go to this 1120. Let's go a little bit. Post the TSM. I'm going to go slower. Okay, value names likely find buyers into any weakness, which will hold up the indices and make for slossy price action. Well, it's basically been that way from what I've been seeing. So value buyers, you know, Penn, not interested. There's no value there. Disney bearish, Amazon, AMAT acting well, CGC, they're bringing that up still. Allstate, they're bringing up Allstate. You know what I mean? I haven't heard, but you know why? I was gonna say something. I haven't heard Allstate or him bring up Allstate in a long time. So, as obscure as it is, I got to pay attention because it's standing out. I mean, there's 10,000 stocks out there. A lot of other stocks can stand out. Why this one? So, even though it's dead in few pickings, I got to look at it. All right, we're a little bit washed out. All right, here are some charts. VIX pulled back a little bit. Advanced declines nowhere. VIX pulled back. We're in no man's land in the futures. We're not worried about credit. Put call ratios wiped out. We're due for a bounce. Everybody's bearish. HUT, the miner. Best feed out there besides us. Tesla. Elon Musk tweets. What's this? Hopefully I'm on the right page because I got action. Elon Musk tweets. This is just, I'm basically thinking aloud now if I were to get off air. Early false article from Wall Street Journal. Wall Street Jesus. They're buying Citicorp again. Shop is down 4%. Whoa. Retailers down still. No end in sight. I'll go to charts in a second. Okay, Amazon bullish. I'm not taking any credence in that. Let's look at what's moving immediately. Let's hope I'm on the right situation. So if I wasn't looking at my screen, which I'm not, I'll get an idea what's going on now. Okay, IOVA's been hot all day. What's up with this thing? All right, so let's go percent gainers in 15 minutes. Hopefully a lot of mine are on there. Nova still is. How about percent losers, 15 minutes? Camping World, Carvana. They snuck everybody out at the low of the day. $5 range, 10% range. High for Carvana, 55. Strike price from Friday. They pinned it at 55. Now they took it to 50. Uh-oh. A lot of things are going on here now. I bet let's look at, I'm not going to be so most active. What has the volume? AVGR has the volume. Normally does 10,000 shares a day. Obviously, it's a low floater. It's off the high of the day. TQQ, AMD, range. Not really a range, but it's near the high of the day, I see. Last trade's 101.50. High's 101.80. Lebu, nothing. Mara, ARM. I'm in that. Boy, that got killed. I mentioned that on in the room too. Unity Software, I brought that up early, and I should because it's my job. The Unity Software, look at that situation. Target good volume, Carvana ripping, TLT, major issue. That was hours ago. It's still a major issue. What else was I looking at here? Boom, 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 boom. Okay, Lucid, loser. Riven still hanging there like a champion. I'm not going to lie. AMC, no interest. Riot, Planeteer, Lebu, the volume. What's got the volume? I have another query, which it's very simple. It's a stocks trading with over 100% of their volume, a 5-day volume as of 11 o'clock. But I'm looking at the stocks and commenting out loud. Lucid took a position. NIO, I did buy some XPEV. All right, let's go to the charts. Mobley on the high. Wolf Speed. Fitch bullish. Fitch bullish. Let's go to some charts. All right, we'll do it. We're looking. Market breaking fire. All right, no problem. All right, look at some charts. This is my screen when I punch on. ARM, UNIT. I should have sold all of it. I had a lot of this thing. I have 40,000 unit. That's a lot of unit there. Stock, look at this one. So I want to point up and give an example. The stock had a chance to was bad. It's a REIT. Bad, broke on volume, went up on the volume, came back down on the shakeout and held the moving averages. I was a buyer too at 520 on Friday when they did the shakeout. I still like it. How could I not take a move? And I do have 40. Actually, I think I have 22. I'll show you how much I have. Where does it say? Settings, position info. I have 24,000 left. My average price is 541. Okay. So the stock was 518. I'm selling it at 554, between 551 and 5. So now I have 24,000. My average price is 541. It's better than having 44,000 at 5 or whatever. So there's my chart on unit. I like it. Like I said, that's what I have. I'm trying not to. This is one of these things where I don't want to look at it. You know what I mean? Hopefully, you know what I mean? What am I looking for short term? I got 6, 7.5. Who knows? You know, if the apocalypse comes, then maybe it hits 10, but it really won't matter there. 940. That's on the weekly. So unit, I got some unit. What did I buy? I bought an XPEV. And I'm up and giddy up. XPEV. How can you not buy XPEV? NIO, LI, all below XPEV is hanging in there, man. I love it. There it is. I got 34 XPEV, 3,400 XPEV from 1832. I'm in that. All right, as long as I'm being transferred. Well, I always am anyway. Some other charts. NVIDIA had a nice reversal. Still has some pressure underneath it. Maybe the option expiration. Where did it close? 438. Well, that's right near yesterday's high. Decent range, volume, and price action. It's really all you need. Let's look at that Allstate. Ooh, it's not bad. It has it in it, Allstate. You know what I mean? Then if I'm in Allstate, then I could root against her. Actually, I got to root against bad weather and bad catastrophes. I like that. Nobody wants catastrophes. We're an international firm here, and unfortunately, a lot of those happen. Allstate, 116, 120. Coach say it'll go like 190. He keeps me in a lot of winners, by the way, Coach, with his numbers. Allstate taking good action. What's in the Allstate sector? Well, now I got a punch up Aflac. First time in 2012, I pulled up 2023. I pulled up Aflac. Right near the high too. All right, so the sector's acting okay. All right, maybe Aflac takes out Allstate. Okay, what else? Do you have any questions as I'm going on this? I'm going overboard. I apologize. They're going to pull me soon because I do too much. I go overboard, but you can never give too much info. What else? I mean, here's my situation. Right here. All right, coin going up and down. Airbnb, Uber giving some back. XPEV night looks okay. Asan dead. NIO, crowd, Firm covered it. I spoke about it all last week. I mean, you have Square. I mean, I know they're in the same church, different pew, but even the SoFi came Firm. And that's a good example of a stock doing, the longer it takes for it to do what it doesn't want you to do, what it doesn't do, get out of it. Going higher. A lot of people, it's crowded trade. A lot of people thinking like the same as me, thinking hard money. EMPH, Roblox, Apple, okay. Well, this is okay. Google, by the way, looks like it's saving the market at the moment. They're hopping onto Google. They're just hopping onto Mega. They skip from one to the other. Riven, positive. How can you not like Riven? I don't want to jinx it. I'm not a superstitious person, but if I was short this, I'd cover it. Don't fade me. Devon, couple oil pulls back. Crocs back. Kohl's, dog. Wayfair. The only one in the country shorting it up here. Now it breaks. What's wrong with Wayfair? Okay. So I see what's going on with Wayfair. I'll go my screen. Boom. I'll go Wayfair. Hopefully something concrete will come up. August website down. If I don't think that's good enough, I'll go to my Twitter feed, which is a curated feed of few, but quality over quantity. We'll go to Wayfair. That's WE. Even WeWork. WeWork was hot last week. What's going on with Wayfair? Just bad situation. I guess it's the most shorted stocks and themes. Giddy up. Fisker, Dillard's, Beyond Meat was strong. Carvana, obviously. What's anything that I'd be interested in? ENVX, the battery maker, already in one of those big lots. Can't do it. Guess can't do it. I don't want one. Wayfair's one. Blink charging. Nah. Laser could do it. Lucid could do it. Elvreal, no. I wouldn't buy any of these in for a short squeeze. I never buy a stock for shorts. After the listen, you learn more in bear markets. I never buy stocks just for short squeeze only, because if you don't squeeze, then you're stuck. Then you hold the dog. Don't do that. I'm aggressive. All right, I'll leave it there. Okay. Bottom line is I'll leave it right here. I'll share a screen right here. Share screen right here. We'll look at the most actives. There's your most active page, and we'll post up more option flow after I'm done. But I got like 19 windows open. Just listening to your video, mate. I posted a couple of charts today with details, mate. Just sat tight in the moment waiting. I got a double mate. Your video mate. I have posted today with details, mate. Is a double mate in overseas? Is that like a negative? You like saying mate? I'm like saying I never heard of a double mate in one sentence. I'm nervous. All right, I'll leave it at that, guys. Okay. Listen, thanks for tuning in. I did go a little bit, at least longer on the routine. It is Monday, so I'm not going to really completely apologize. Just remember that this is a situation where the VIX comes down a little bit. You don't want to be stuck. Really know what you're buying, because, you might be in it for a little bit. God forbid you're in something and, Powell said something that makes a cascade, and usually they go down a lot quicker than they go up. You're going to be stuck for a while. Then you're going to be babysitting loser. Just don't do it. Make it easier on yourself. You know what I mean? What I'm going to do right now is I pointed to it several times, but I am going to watch Coach's video he just put out. Thanks for tuning in. I take all questions after when I finish Coach's video. Until then, don't let your trades turn into positions. Have a plan and stick with the range and volume, because it gives you a better edge.